Welcome back to Disneylovinfam. We are making these beautiful pumpkin Minnie Mouse ears scrunchies. And I love them. Here are the materials we need to make the ears, and I will put in the description down below exactly what you need. We're going to go ahead and do the felt and cut out the sequins then to do the bows first. I always back my sequins with a felt because the sequins are see-through. You're going to go ahead, once you have those cut out, you're going to run the beading like you saw me do. We're going to glue them on all sides. I am cutting the excess off the corners because you want the sequins to lay very nicely and as flat as possible, so then it gives a nice stone look and it's not bulky. And now we are going to run a bead of hot glue around the edges. To form the bow, we're going to fold it in half and pinch along the corners. And look how nicely that turned out. It looks sewn, but it's not sewn, completely hot glue. It is a double layer bow, so I did not put any filling, any stuff inside. So now we do the black bow and do the same thing that we did on the gold bow. Fold over, and when you fold it over, that's what gives it the sewn look. Cut the corners again. You don't want the excess bulging. Make it nice, make it lay nice and flat. Go ahead and finish this off. And you can pull off if there's any hot glue that came off or something, go ahead and pull that off. Then you'll run the beading around the edges like so. Again, fold it in half and pinch along the sides, or you can press down like so. Again, it's a double layer, so we did not put anything in the middle. Grab a piece of scrap and you're going to position both pieces evenly, fold it over to get the middle, and then tie it exactly as you saw me do just now, the scrap. And that's what helps us form this beautiful, cute bow. Makes it super easy, super easy to do this bow. Then you'll do the ears. I used cardboard and I used the template, and I created the template. I made my own, but I can link it down below if you want. Just make a comment in the comment section that you want that, and I will add that for you. And I've already cut out the orange felt to kind of match, but you want the excess going over like you see. Now, I did use cardboard. You do have to be careful, obviously, with cardboard. If you get it wet, that can be kind of a bad thing. And in Florida, it tends to rain every now and then. So you kind of decide, or you can cover it. I have made several and I've never had an issue with it, but again, just know that if you get in a torrential downpour, it may be a problem with your ears because it's cardboard. But I like the cardboard. I wanted it because you can use the foam inside, the thick foam, and I do like that, but I wanted something super sturdy for these ones, and I didn't feel like the foam was sturdy enough, or maybe I just didn't get a thick enough one. But this is why I use this. I just grabbed some cardboard that was from one of the Pop-Tart boxes that we got from Sam's Club, so that's what I'm using. Didn't cost me anything to have the cardboard. And you make it nice. You pull tight on the felt. I cut those edges around because it helps the felt lay better, and then you can pull tighter. And look how nice that looks. And you're going to do that 3 more times, and then we're going to also add the sequins. We go around the exact same, kind of like the felts. You do that with the sequins. Now be careful to not overcut on the sequins, because if you overcut when you glue, it's going to show a gap, and that's what you don't want with the sequins. You want them to look very nice and uniform and no cuts on them. Then you'll do the same thing that you did with the felt. Go around with the hot glue, pull tight, lay it down, Now the hot glue is hot, hence hot glue. You can go ahead and use some scissors or something like that to kind of help push down, because the sequins do have a little bit of see-through in them, so the hot glue can seep through and you don't want to burn yourself. So you can use those as an alternative to help you press down like so. See, I just went ahead and just used the scissors, cut off the excess again, because you are gluing two of these to each other to create the one ear for the pumpkin mini ear scrunchies. Look how beautiful that looks. You're going to do that 3 more times to put on the sequins. Then we'll work on the stem. That's what the black felt little strips are for. Go ahead and fold that over like so, glue it. You're going to glue the sides, and then at towards the bottom of where the felt is, you are going to cut it to open back up that material, and you will see that in a minute. Glue, fold that side over. We're going to glue and fold the other side over. And now is where you kind of cut it to open it up at the bottom there then, like so. And then you'll do the same thing with the other one. You can kind of put that aside until you get those other ears done. Then you want to decide how long of a stem do you want. So that's what I'm doing here. And then cut off the excess because you don't want any of it sticking out the bottom. And then I like to angle the stem going up towards the top. So depending upon which side the pumpkin is what side I angle towards. I always angle the stems towards the bow more, if that makes sense. And then you'll glue the two together, press tight. Look how cute that is. And then we're going to then cover that gap with some extra sequins. And I'm just kind of measuring how far out I need to go. We're going to snip here. Okay, that looks good. Then we are going to see how long of a piece. It's nicer if you can get it all in one strip versus multiple strips. We're just going to cut, try to get as straight as possible. Width all the way around. Run some beading, and we are going to place that on like so. Now, you do kind of want to pull tight, but you don't want to pull so tight that you give your pumpkin, say, a wedgie. You don't want to do that. So pull tight, but not tight enough that it sucks into the middle like that. You want it to create a nice edge, a nice straight edge around. You don't want them to be able to tell, you don't want anybody to be able to tell that it's two pieces put together. You want them to think, oh, it's all one unit. And then you'll go ahead and finish that off like so. Now you may have a little bit excess coming off. You can go ahead and snip it, see, go around like so. And then I take the hot glue gun and I run the hot glue bead all the way around, and it just kind of makes it look a lot nicer. See, it makes the edges look more uniform. They're not sticking out. It just glues it all together very nicely. Then I take that ear and I look at the stem on how far, because I want to make it the same so it's even. And again, I like to angle it up towards the bow. So whichever side you're going to use, that's how I do it. Glue that. And then glue the two pieces together. And press firm, because you want as little gap as possible, but you're still going to cover the gap. You can pull off any excess hot glue strings that are coming off. Measure again and go ahead and do that side as well. Then we are going to take the scrunchie and take the bow and kind of see where the placement is that we want. And then you're going to pull that tight on top because it comes out when it's in the hair, the scrunchie. And so I'm going to mark with a permanent marker kind of where the middle is. I'm going to spread apart the scrunchie. I'm going to place hot glue in the middle, and then I'm going to press firmly in there the pumpkin, and you'll see I did the bottom part of the pumpkin as a circle because I wanted it to sit in the scrunchie, and if I made it as an arch, the headbands, I think it would just flop over. So I really did the bottom like this so it gave the scrunchie something to hold on to. You're going to go ahead and do the other side as well, and then we are going to use black puff paint to make the lines to make the pumpkin. I like to use black puff paint because I think it sticks out a lot better. I think it looks nicer, it gives a nice clean line. Just make sure there's no bubbles when you press out because it can cause a splatter effect, and you don't want to do that. You want it to have nice lines. So I slowly went across the top, just right above, and fill in some gaps if you need to. Do the other side. Then you have to let it set for 4 hours, and you want it to lay flat. Then go ahead and do the other side. Then we're going to take the middle part of the bow, and we're just going to fold it over 3 times. Don't worry about trying to glue as you're tri-folding. You're just gonna loosely do it like this, and you're going to glue directly onto the scrunchie. It just makes it look better. So do the back side or the underneath part, glue that piece down. Then we're going to wrap it over the front of the bow. Make sure it's that nice pretty fold. You don't want any excess pieces sticking out, and it covers that scrap piece of the scrap material. And go ahead then and pull it tight to the back, and then just cut off any excess and press firm. You might want to hold it there for a little bit just to make sure that it is nice and tight. And if there's any excess, you can take some hot glue and glue it down a little bit more. But look how cute those are. Then I like to take some more glue and glue the bow to the pumpkins to make sure that they stay in the nice position that I want them to. And make sure you press and hold firm and let that dry before you try to move them, because otherwise the glue comes apart and it looks like a spider web behind. But look how cute those are. So cute. I absolutely love these pumpkin Minnie Mouse scrunchie ears. They are completely no-sew. I know another scrunchie video that I did, somebody commented, oh, well, she had some sewing, and that discouraged them. So I made sure that these ones were completely no-sew. Look how cute. So cute. Love them. This is what they look like again in the hair. If you've liked this video and it helped you out, go ahead and click that like button and subscribe. We've got more videos like this coming.